Hello, I've done everything I need to do. Provinces all done. Cities all done. Capitals all done. So let's just get on with this. If I sound a bit more tired, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, we see adventuring into Arabia. Eventually, up to here is discovered. And they meet up with the coast over here. Why did Sorry, I just zoned out for a sec. You see them go down the coast, not really going anywhere into the desert. And they begin doing that on, like, where the UAE was. Eventually they discover a majority of the Arabian coast. And up here the Russians begin to expound, sorry, not expand. They begin to explore. Up here they claim land up here. And let me just quickly do a power ranking. I'm gonna do it in purple. The strongest nation at this very moment in time. Wait, let me just make sure that cities are, yeah, cities are already done, sorry. The strongest nation in this point in time is Persia. The second strongest is the Russians. The third strongest, Italy. The fourth, this might surprise you, it is the Red Germanic. I'm just gonna say the Germans. Fifth, this is definitely gonna surprise you. It's the French Union. These are the top 5. Anyways, you're probably never going to see that again for a while. Also, let me just... Anyways, let's go back to the Russian shenanigans. We see them split off into separate, like, lines and then eventually connect up. Eventually they meet up to here and take this land. And they begin going up here. Then we see the Plum team begin going up here, and then when they get word of what's happening over here, they instantly send people over here to invade up, or not invade, to claim up to here. Yeah, they just managed to connect up to here, and then they take all this land, and they just discover up here and claim it, by the way. The Russians are like, hey, but you can't do that. The Plum Team tells them to shut up and that they've been doing it the whole time. And then they do it again. And then they do it again. Then we see the Russians just claim all this land. And then we see the Russians. They take all this land. Now, that's not that big of an issue. These guys can just cross over, can't they? No, the Russians go up around here and claim all this. They know that it's bad for their country. But they do it just out of spite for these lot. And next episode I am going to start something. Not saying what, but it could perhaps be deadly. Anyways, over here with Vietnam, they explore up into here and claim here. I'm just gonna colour these two little dots in because they go up and somehow claim up here too. Then they begin going along the Chinese coast, eventually stopping, and they're like, is that an egg? And they claim that egg, and now it looks like an egg because it's white. Anyways, you see the Vietnamese also go up and claim more lands. They also go out and begin claiming like Cambodian lands. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do over here. But over here, we see Iran. Sorry, I just zoned out for a sec. They begin going into like Indian lands. Well, not going into. They begin exploring some Indian lands, and eventually the entire southern part of India is discovered. Then with Africa, yeah, coastline. Anyways, we see more exploration. I don't know why I came up here, but we actually see a war over here between Sweden and Sweden. This Sweden, oh wait, no, this Sweden, sorry, wait, Poland. We see them go along the coast and instantly manage to take the sea. And then go up here. And then that leads to the capitulation of this province. Why did I only cut a part of it in? Yep. Oh wait, that's the same color. Yeah, I fixed the issue. Then we see them go into these two provinces, eventually making one solid front line. No, they don't take the whole country yet. Eventually they managed to siege this city, and they encircle it. And then, basically, this whole province falls. And then we just see them begin to push down into this country, into this green Swedish nation. They push down. Oh wait, let me just. Yep, some small armies over here. Oh yeah, there's no need to even have provinces on because there's only one province left. And let's make sure that they're not in any alliances. Okay, they're not in any alliances. Anyways, sorry, I was just doing that. Okay. The Swedish, well, the purple Swedish, managed to encircle the capital. This area falls and this area falls. Then we see what I'm going to call the Battle of Stockholm. I know this isn't where Stockholm is, but I don't care. We see all green Swedish. We see the green Swedish king, or no, the green Swedish queen call out to anyone who is a part of the army to defend the capital. And then they give a speech. I'm not going to say the speech because honestly I can't be bothered to make a speech, but I'll give a summary. Blah blah blah, let's fight for our country, blah, let's not be against these people, let's not be stuck as number 2 against these people, let's, god damn, I need to put my phone in charge. Sorry, I was just putting my laptop in charge. Anyways, I'm like, blah blah blah, let's not be under these people and let's fight, everyone just defend the capital. So we see the citizens begin to fight against the... They don't do that, I know that much. They begin fighting back. But this is just some of the army against... and like, people around the capital against this entire military. We see the green Swedish nation again getting pushed right back to the gates of their capital, and eventually the queen is pulled out of the capital and is killed. And then the green Swedish team falls. For the peace treaty, a new province is made. The occupied lands go over to these guys, and everything else goes to these. And that is where I'm about to end this video. But we see one more thing. The Russians have been extremely greedy for land, and a lot of people don't like that. So we see more people begin to join the Square Alliance. First thing that happens, these guys join the Oval Alliance. We see these guys join the Square Alliance. Crimea joins the Square Alliance. The Tri-Point joins the alliance. Finland joins the alliance. Estonia joins the alliance. And finally, we see Syria join the Square Alliance. Now, what does that mean? Oh, wow. A few weak nations joined an even weaker alliance. All of them together, they can probably topple the Russian government. And they know that. We see the Square team declare war against the Russians. And that is where I'm going to end this video, with a small incursion into this province. I am on the wrong layer, god damn it! I was doing so well too. Anyways, I end this video with a small incursion into this province. And this is where the War of European Greats is going to begin. I will see you in episode 17, which will also be the 1000th video on the animation channel. See you then.